Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to generate a dress pattern, a downloadable PDF pattern from an image you can get from Pinterest or an image that you can even draw yourself. Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Enorita James and in my channel I take you by the hand and show you how to transit from manual pattern drafting to digital pattern drafting. Today's video is an interesting one because I'm going to show you first of all how you can create an image from your imagination, an image of a design that you want, how you can translate it to a downloadable PDF pattern. And we are going to be using free AI tools. If that is what interests you, then let's get started. The very first thing you need is an idea of whatever it is that you want to sew. I wanted to sew something sleeveless and fitting. So what I did, I came to ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is a place where you can give prompts for whatever it is that you want to do. But today we are going to be using it to help us in our fashion design. So because I have an idea of wanting to make a sleeveless top, I now told ChatGPT that it should give me a prompt that I can use to generate a sleeveless fitted blouse. And this is the prompt it gave to me. A fashion illustration of a woman wearing a sleeveless blouse with square neck and all that. So when he gave me this prompt, he now told me whether I would like the prompt adapted to a specific art style. Photorealistic sketch, 3D rendering, flat fashion illustration. So I wanted a flat fashion illustration. So I now told it, yes, it should give me a 3D render flat fashion illustration. So that is exactly what it did. It gave me the second prompt, and this is the prompt it gave to me. So what I did was to copy this prompt and go over to Canva DreamLab to generate my images. You can decide to generate your image with ChatGPT, but it takes long. I've tried it several times. The image generation takes long because I'm on a free plan. If you're on a paid plan, you can have your images faster. But for me, I prefer to use Canva DreamLab or Bing Image. You can work in any of the two. So I copied this and I took it to Canva DreamLab. This is Canva DreamLab. This is Canva DreamLab. But what I did is that I tweaked the prompt a little bit. I now added the person that was going to wear the dress. I tweaked it and added a middle-aged Nigerian woman. No, sorry, that's not the one. That's another thing. It's this one. A 3D render in flat fashion illustration style showing a Nigerian woman wearing a sleeveless square neck blouse. So I just added that to the prompt that ChatGPT gave to me. The blouse is fitted, ending just above the hips and all that. And then I gave it the kind of material, which is that the Nigerian person should be wearing. I wrote the Ankara pocket on the left chest. I gave it the color of the blouse that I need and all that. So that is just, I just adjusted a little bit to see what it will give me. And at the end of the day, this was what it gave me, this particular design. And I really was not too tripped with it. I didn't like the color, it was too dark. So I now tweaked the prompt again. This is now what I gave to it. Nigerian boy wearing a sleeveless square neck. The blouse is fitted, ending just above the hips, with a small square patch Ankara pocket on the left chest. That's solid green with green lines and no embellishment. So I just changed it a little bit, you know, and that is what it eventually gave to me. That's what it eventually gave to. So all you have to do is to keep tweaking your prompts until you get the picture that you want. And if you're using Canva DreamLab to generate your images, I am on a paid plan of Canva. I'm a pro plan of Canva. See, I have over 490 coins to be able to generate images. This can generate so many images because with one coin, it generates four different kinds of images that you have a choice to take the one that you want to use. If you're not on a paid, if you're on a free plan, you get 200, which is still enough, much more than enough to do a lot with on a free plan. That is why I like using Canva DreamLab to generate my images. So once your images have been generated, now the next stage is for us to create our PDF downloadable patterns that we can actually sew this. And for that, we are going to be using Simly 2D, a completely free CAD pattern drafting software. So this is my Simly 2D. This is my front basic block, and this is where we're going to start. We're not going to start from scratch. Let's remind ourselves of what we are doing. This is what we are doing. So now that means from that basic block, we need to create this kind of neck, and we need to reduce the arm curve because it's going to be sleeveless so that the arm will not be gaping, you know, sleeveless. And then we are going to do a princess curve. The princess curve, I'm starting it from my armhole. I'm not starting it from here. I'm starting it from my armhole to make the princess curve. So those are the three things we are going to be doing with our patterns as we start to create our PDF downloadable patterns. So the very first thing we need to do, I need to hide some things. It's too busy. So I need to hide something. I'll just come up here and hide it. Now, if you don't know how to hide those things, if you check in my channel, this is my channel. This particular video, I showed you how to create this. This is episode 4, Operation Tools. So you can go ahead and watch that video. You can get the link to my playlist on Simly 2D. Once you scroll down any of my videos you're watching, the very first playlist here, Simly 2D Free CAD Pattern Drafting. That's very first playlist. You'll see over, I think, close to about 14 videos there also on Simly 2D. Everything you need to do about Simly 2D and how to understand it and how to actually use it. So if you watch this video, scroll down and go and look for this episode 4 to watch it, because that will take you through how you can create all these groups. You're able to hide so many things so that your pattern is not looking too busy and allows you to use it to do what you want. So the very first thing I need to do is to actually reduce the shoulder and then reduce the curve. And to do that, I want my shoulder strap to be about 3 centimeters. And then I'm going to lift this up a little bit by, I think, 1.5 centimeters or so. I'm going to lift it up a little bit, and then that means I will change the curve to where I want the sleeveless to be. And the neck, I'm also going to bring it down a little bit so that I will also change the neck curve. So to do that, let's start with the shoulder. So I'm going to just come up here to 4 centimeters here. And to do that, we are going to be using this tool, and I'll come from A8 to A11, and I want it to be 4 centimeters. And I'll say okay. So from that place, I want my arm to be about 3 centimeters, the sleeve of the arm. So I'll just go back there to the same thing, and then I'll come here, from here to here, and I want it to be 3 centimeters. So that's it. That is the arm. That is my sleeve. So that has been dealt with. So all we have to do now is to also bring this up a little bit and bring this down. I want to bring this down by 6 centimeters. So I'm going to go there to the same tool, and I'll go from A4 here, and I want you to go down by 6 centimeters. That is here A27. So that means I'm going to do a curve from here to here to form the neck curve. Remember the neck curve we want to do, to go like this and come here. As the neck curve, and then the arm, I'm going to extend this by 1.5. So to do that, I will still use this particular one, and I'll go from here to here, and then I'm going to use this FX, and we're going to go to line length, and I'm looking for A18, A17. So I'll just put here A18, and that is what I want. Double click on it, and I'm going to be adding plus 1,5. I'm going to say okay, and that is okay. So that is a new place. So I'm now going to draw from A18 to A28, so that we are going to be using our line to come here from A18 to A28. Good. Hope I'm not too fast. You can watch the video several times. So now we have that. So the simple thing now is just to draw a new curve, armhole curve, and a new neck curve. And for that, we are going to go to curve. I'm going to use this single one since I'm joining just two. And I'll go from this place to here. So you see these sticks that have come out, that is what I'm going to be using to adjust it the way I want. So is it there? So let's quickly adjust it to create our armhole the way we want it to be. Okay, I think I'm okay with that as it is. So that is our new armhole. Then let's do the neck. I'll use the same thing and go from here to 27. And then I will adjust it the way I want. When you use similitude several times, you just get the knack of it. It's not so difficult like that. You just get it. So that's it. So we have our arm here. So let me just do this. I need to join those two places because they are not joined. This 25 to this 26 to actually form a line there. Okay. So we have our neck, we have our sleeve. So what I'll probably do, let me see if I can remove these ones so that there won't be confusion. Just delete it off. Good. So we have that sleeve there. I don't know if I can delete this. I'll try, but I think it might not agree. But let's see. Oh, it agrees. Okay, good. So we have now our new neck. We have our new sleeve. In this section, we are going to be transferring half of this dart to the armhole so that we'll be able to create our princess curve. And to do that, we first need to find out the distance between the midpoint between here to here. So we'll just go here. No, not there. We'll go to line, go here. So we'll just join here to here first. That is to get this midpoint. So you'll be able to shift 50% of this to the armhole and create an armhole that will help us to create our princess curve. So once you've done that, we now go to point, we go to this tool, to get the midpoints between here and here. Excuse me. So that will be from A23 to A24. Current length divided by 2, yes, okay. So that is our A29. And now, where do we want to create the dot? So we have to get the midpoint between this A25 and A28 spleen. So what we'll do now, we'll go to curve, we'll go to here. See this symbol here? That will get us a midpoint. So we click on it. We now highlight the curve. As I said, you need to watch my videos to be able to understand all this. So now we'll go to this FX. It's always good to use formulas in Simulate 2D, especially if you want to recreate this in another size. It's very important you use formulas. So we are looking at curve length. Click on it and we're looking at A25 to A28. So you just put here. So that's the one we are looking for. And then we're dividing it into 2. We want the midpoint. So divide that by, sorry. So we'll divide that by 2. Okay. So that's our point. That's the point we're going to create our slash and spread. If you really want to understand movement of that, I have a dedicated video that I'm going to be linking right here and even in the playlist, or not even in the playlist, you'll find it. I'll link it below this video, but it's also in the playlist of Simly 2D, where I show you how to move that from one place to the other. That's manipulations using Simly 2D. You won't find these videos anywhere. So I take my time to really teach it for those of you that really want to learn CAD pattern drafting using a completely free CAD pattern drafting software. So now we have our point. We'll now go to line to join the armhole to the apex. So now we know how we are going to move it. Okay. So now let's create our dot there. And to create that dot, we'll just move this point A23 to A29. That will move the whole of this and create an armhole dot. So to do that, we'll go to operations, we'll go to rotate, and then we are going to be moving from A31, this particular place. So we click on A31, press your control, A28 will move, this will move, this will move. That's all. And then you click enter, and then you click the point of access, and that is this place. So if you see, once you click it, you see some pink dots coming up. You see some pink dots. You see? So what you're interested in is this dot that is around this A23, that is going to shift to A29. Once that dot is exactly at A29, you hit your mouse and this box will come out. And you will click on OK. So you see now, A31 has moved to A31A1. So that is where our armhole dot is going to come from. That's 50% of this. And this one now, A23 is right here. So that's where the next dot leg will fall. So let's create our dot legs. You come here, now A29 to A21, that is the new dot. And then right here again, from here to here. So that is the new dot. So you can see it now. So what we are going to do now, we are going to create a curve from here. That is the new A28. So the curve is going to come like so to here. This is the new A18. And this is going to come like so to here. And this now is going to be joined to here. So you see how that goes. So I'll quickly do that. And then we'll come back. And then we'll continue with adding where our buttons will lie and where our pocket will lie. Or let me just do it even as you're watching, so it won't look as if we won't be confused. So first of all, let's create the curve. So we'll go to curve, we'll click on this, and our curve is from here, A31 to here, A28. And then let's create a line from A28 to this place, and then another line from here to here. So you see it there. So let's go back to this curve and let's curve it well. I think that's okay. Good. And then let's remove some of this line so that the confusion will be reduced. So we'll come here. We no longer need this line. We delete it. And then we're going to recreate this curve from here now to here. From here to here. So we'll go back to curve. I'm going to be creating from A31 to A25. I think I should remove this one. It's causing confusion. Oh, I can't remove it. So you see, this is going to, what I will do, I'm going to give it different colors so that it can stand out, so that when we are extracting it, it will not be confusing. So that's just the challenge with Similitude. If you're not so conversant with it, it can become a little bit confusing sometimes. Okay, let me not waste time. Let me quickly do this very well, and then we'll come and continue with our button and our pockets, and then we'll extract our pattern. I believe you're enjoying this video. But if you're watching this and you feel that this is a little bit too complicated for you, then click the link below to get the pattern for this style for your own size. I have from sizes 32 to 46. If your size is not within that size, I also have a video to show you how you can adjust the patterns to fit your body shape. So click the link below and get your own pattern and make your own clothes to fit your body shape. Let's continue with the video. So our pattern is very clean right now. So now we've gotten this, what we need to do is just to curve this a little bit. And to do that, we are going to find the midpoint from A31A1 to this place. Okay. And then we are going to extend this by 3/8 of an inch outwards. And we're also going to find the midpoint from A21 to here. We're going to extend this 3/8 of an inch inwards. So here outwards, here inwards. And then I'm going to be using the curve to be able to draw a curve from here, passing through this place, and obviously coming inside a little bit to here. So I'll quickly do that. So I've gone ahead to do all that I have to do now. As you can see, I have created the curve for the side seam, created another curve for the center front piece. I've added the pockets. If you want to do the pockets now, you start from this line here, and then it's 3 centimeters away from the center front line. That is where the pocket starts. All this I'm going to be able to show it when I extract the pattern. That is the pocket. And of course, I've decided to put different colors so that you can actually see it. So it's very simple. I didn't want to go through all the processes because you already know the processes. If you don't know it, please watch my videos, my episodes. I really took my time to teach you how to do all those things. So now that you have this, the next thing is to extract your patterns. I have a dedicated video showing you how to extract this pattern. Because the back of this, I'm going to leave it exactly like this. I'm going to leave it, so I'll just extract the front and also extract the back. So to extract, as I've always told you, is you go clockwise. So we're going to extract this and then extract this separately. Then we'll come and extract the pocket separately. That's exactly what we are going to do now. So I'll just show you how to extract the first one, then I'll go ahead and extract the second one. So let's say we want to extract, you just come up to piece. As I said, I have a dedicated video on how you can actually do this. So once you click on that symbol, you start from the first one, we get here, we get to here, then you click on the curve, always click on the curve. This is another curve, we'll click on it. But every point like this 833, we'll click on it. That is the first point. We click on the curve again, and the second point is A21. I click on the curve again, and the third point is A34. And that's it. Then you click on enter. Now once you click on enter, if this does not show, that means you didn't do it well. So we'll click on OK. So we should be able to see our piece right here. So that is our piece. So that is how easy it is to extract. I'm not going to show you how to label and all that. As I said, I have a dedicated video in my playlist where I showed you how to extract your PDF patterns, how to label it, and all that. So please go ahead and watch that video. So I'll go ahead and extract the second one, and then I'll bring this video to an end. Let us go back to draft. As I said, I'm not going to be showing you how to do that. This is essentially the same thing. Just ensure it is clockwise and ensure that you pick all the points that you need to pick. One thing I didn't tell you, for the buttons, it is 2 centimeters. You move 2 centimeters and create your lines. And then use this perpendicular tool, this tool here. No, either this one or this point intersect line axis or point intersect line and perpendicular to just draw the lines to join the 2 points. That is how you create this buttonhole dots. So essentially, let me extract this one and then we'll eventually bring this video to one and then we'll continue. I've extracted the patterns. Now, two things I'm going to show you here. How to remove these numbers. If you want to remove all these numbers, you definitely cannot print your patterns with the numbers there. You just come here where you have this eye here, click on it and all the numbers are gone. As I said, I have a dedicated video showing you how to label your patterns. So I've gone ahead to label my patterns. Actually right where you're supposed to cut. I've labeled this the pocket. One thing I need to show you that I did not show you in my other videos is how to create what is called internal paths. Those are parts you cannot actually extract when you're extracting your patterns. Things like this one, positions where the buttonhole is going to be on the dress. I've done the part for this long line. Now I want to do the part for the buttonholes. It's the same process. That is why I went ahead and did it and just left one. So I'll show you how to do it. So to be able to get internal parts, you go back to your draft. You come down to piece and you click on this symbol here. Once you click on it, so first I need to bring the numbers out. Once you click on it, whichever part you want to create, where you maybe the place you're going to put a design or something, just a place that to mark on your pattern that will help you when you download it to know that this is where I want to do this. So what I want to do now is this last part for the buttonhole. So what I'll do, you just click from here to here. That's the part we want. And then we enter. And then it will ask you what is the name of this part. And I'm going to call it buttonhole 4. It's an internal part. It has a solid line. You can change the lines. You can change the lines, make it dashed line, whatever you want. But I want it to be a solid line. And then which piece are you doing this internal part? We are doing it in the center front pattern piece. So that's it. And then you click on OK. And once you do that, you come back here to pattern piece and you see that it has appeared here. So that's all I wanted to show you. Every other thing you can get it in my Simly 2D playlist where I talked extensively on how you can extract and label your patterns and print out your patterns. So with this, I've come to the end of this video and it's going to be part 1. I know I said I was going to use the back, let's go there, that I was going to use the back part like this, but we can't use it like this because we need to adjust the armhole. We also need to make the neck to match up with the neck here. See how wide the neck, we need to make it to also match up with this one here. So in my part 2, if you want to see how the back part of this our dress is going to be, sleeveless top, then stay tuned for part 2 where we are going to be working on the back part of our image to downloadable patterns using free AI tools. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.